And we're back.
We're back. We're live.
Yep. The iPad actually froze there, and it wasn't because of Gooch or anything he was doing. I promise.
Well,
It wasn't.
we'll get a couple more. See if we can get at least Big Sis Lisa and Memphis back.
I think Memphis may have dropped off because she had not chatted in a while. It was mostly
she probably
mostly
got
Big
busy.
Sis Lisa.
Okay, she probably got busy. Okay, so to continue, started with the hair bag. So I've got a couple of different combs in here. This one's got it's kind of, can you see that? It's got like these bigger combs, and then it's got the little fine tooths inside there. But I also use this to kind of slick down her hair once I get her ponytail in. So I've got two different types of combs, and then I got two different types of brushes. This is a detangling brush. This is to get, obviously, any tangles out as I'm brushing her hair before I put her ponytail in. And then I've got a smoothing brush. This just makes her hair shinier. Yeah, it's called a smoothing brush. So
Shiny.
So those are the items I have in her bigger item hair bag. And then I have a tackle box for her smaller hair items.
Okay, Big Sis Lisa's back.
Hi, Big Sis Lisa. All right, so we have that bag, and then I have a couple of tackle boxes that I bought. I have this one that is like a first aid and etc. Different things that I need, and then I have a hair tackle box. So I'm going to show you first what's in the hair.
What's in the hair?
What's in the hair box? Okay.
Big Sis Lisa, I'm not super grounded. That was not my fault.
Actually, it wasn't his fault. It just, it froze.
The iPad froze.
Okay, so can you actually see the
Yep.
box? Okay, so I have different hair ties in here. I've got blonde that matches her hair for the big ones, and then I've got the black ones because for her hip hop dance, everyone's using black hair ties.
No, we can't just say it's Gooch's fault, Big Sis Lisa, because it wasn't.
It actually wasn't her fault. It wasn't his fault. So I've got many different types of hair ties. I have two different bun forms. I bought this one when she was younger. And what you do with a bun form is you put the hair in a ponytail, and then you put this little donut thing on top on
Put
top
the
of the
ponytail through it.
Put the ponytail through it, and then you spread the hair around, and then you use a hair tie to put around the bun form, and then you use hairpins to secure and finish the bun. So I've got that one. It's a smaller one, but now I've got a bigger one since she's getting bigger. So with this one, you would make the hair, you would make the ponytail, and then you would take this and you clip it and turn it, put the hair, and smooth the hair over it, and make your bun. So I also have every different type of bobby pin. I've got hairpins. I've got small bobby pins. I've got large bobby pins. I've got every bobby pin color known to man. I've got these big ones that really came in handy when I was having to put that wig on her for the troll costume last year. I've also got some wig caps. She doesn't have any actual wigs this year. She's only wearing that chicken hat, and I just secure that with bobby pins. But I have them in here just in case. Then I have Stick It, which is like a body adhesive, or as it's known in the dance world, butt glue. You put this on between their costume and their skin, and it keeps their costumes from riding up their booty.
So they don't get a wedgie.
Yes. And then I have two unused hairnets, and then I have a used hairnet a couple of used hairnets where I've been practicing with Josie's bun. So what you do is once you get the hair in the bun, you take the hairnet like so, and then you put it on the bun, and then you keep wrapping it and wrapping it and wrapping it until you don't have any extra
No slack.
no slack to wrap, and then you pin this and spray to the bun. And then I have, just in case I don't have time to rifle through, if something happens, I don't have time to rifle through the hair bag, I have these. It's just like a little, it's a Kenra Fast Dry Hairspray, just a little one, and so I can just shh.
How's it go again?
Shh, and be done. So I'm not going to show every type of hairpin and hair and bobby pin that I have, but trust me, if they
Plenty.
yeah,
Just plenty.
if they make it, I will buy it. Oh, another important thing that you should know is every bit of things that you have, like every piece in your costume, you need to write their name on it, because it will get they will either get acquired, or they can get lost. And if their name is in it and it gets found, you're good to go.
Oh, there goes the screen again.
Is it because you're laying it up against
No,
you?
it just went that way. I don't understand why it's doing that. And I was doing nothing. Okay, so I switched the camera to me and then back to you, and now it's fine.
Okay. I guess that's the trick then.
It just needed me to be on camera for a minute.
I guess just go hi.
Hi.
Dork. Okay, so now I have the little tackle box. I labeled it with I labeled both of them with her name, and then this is like a first aid, etc. tackle box, and I will show you what's in this box. So I have some moleskin padding. So what you'll do is, if they get like a little blister or a cut on their foot or their ankle, like in where their shoe is rubbing, you'll take a little piece of this and you'll cut it, and then you'll put it on the skin, and that will keep the what?
Just keep going. I was having a Buffalo Bill moment.
Please don't. And this will keep. Put the moleskin on the thing, and then it gets the hose again. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. But this will keep the shoe from rubbing your blister or your cut or whatever. All right, so I have lots of things in here. I have first aid triple antibiotic ointment in case of a cut or something. You put this on before you put the clear Band-Aid on. I have like little suture type scissors that probably what I would use this for is to cut the moleskin or string or whatever. And then I have a small and a large nail clipper, because if they break their nail, you don't want them to like be doing this with their hands and possibly like putting a hole in their tights or something, so you want to try to take care of that as soon as possible. I have a pair of tweezers because they're tweezers. You need them. I have a nail file too, in case of a breakage of the nail, you can smooth it down. And then this is like a little cuticle thingy. It came with the little travel thing that I got most of these items in. So
it's a cuticle thingy? Is that what they're called, a thingy?
Yes. That's what I call them. So there you go.
Because that's what you've just made up.
Those are the rules that I just made up. Okay, so right here I have a spare pair of shoelaces for her hip hop shoes. And then I have double-sided tape. This is another option in case you don't want to do the butt glue that I showed earlier. You just peel off the strip and you put it on the costume and on the item, the place where you don't want the costume to be sliding. I've seen some.
We saw some people that needed double-sided tape at the last
at the benefit. Yes, that I felt so horrified for that poor girl.
Yeah, she was doing a solo and she kept having to pull her
Josie,
costume up.
take it over there, please. Thank you. You can show it later.
Cool.
So, Josie, please let me finish. Okay, so I've got some Q-tips because you need Q-tips with all kinds of things. The main thing that I use this for, in case of mascara, which she's not going to be using mascara, but I mean, you can use a Q-tip for anything. But like if you get mascara like on their skin, don't panic, let it dry, and then once it's dry, take a Q-tip, rub it off, and it flakes right off. I've got some clear nail polish for runs and tights. If you get like a little hole, you can get to before you get if it happens like right before you get to the stage, you can put some of this clear nail polish like around the hole, and it keeps it from running. And then I've got safety pins. I've got big ones, I've got short ones, I've got silver ones, I've got gold ones, I got black ones, I got white ones. I've got, if you name it, I've got a safety pin for it. Because that's what I do. I've got a little tiny thing here of Vaseline, because
Petroleum jelly.
petroleum jelly, because you never know when, like if your costume is rubbing right here, you can put that and it kind of eases it.
Or if there's a small cut that you need to help close up.
Yes. So, I also have a Tide to Go mini pin. I actually keep this in my Disney park bag because when you have the messiest eater in the world eating with you, and I'm not going to name any names, but her name rhymes with Fozy. This is a really good thing to have. So what you do is you take this cap off, and you see you have that little tip right here. So you put the little tip on the stain, where you have the stain, and then you push in, and out comes the Tide stuff. Josie, shh. And then you use this little thing and you rub it, and it goes away. I've actually used it on several dresses of Josie's, and it
worked fine.
It worked great, yes. I also have Static Guard because when you're working around different fabrics, especially like a crinoline, you can get lots of static cling. And so you spray this on and you're good to go.
Yeah, I know you just saw my eye, but I was fixing the screen again. I don't know what's up with the iPad. It keeps
I don't
going to
know.
that
It might
crazy
be.
screen.
It might. I mean, we never really traveled much with it. It could around the house. It could be that. Band-aids. I have clear band-aids, and the reason why is because with clear, they're less intrusive than like if they get a cut right before they go on stage. Josie, shh. Lord. So if they get a cut like on their arm, you don't want to send them out there with like a Frozen Band-Aid or a Mickey Mouse Band-Aid. You want something that's not going to show as much from the stage. So you put a clear Band-Aid on there, and I mean there's really nothing that you can do like with the little pad thing, but it makes it a lot less obtrusive than like even the flesh colored Band-Aids, or the Band-Aid color Band-Aids, I guess is what you can say. But I've got like every size known to man in that in a clear Band-Aid. So we're set with that. And then the last thing in this tackle box, this is the glue that holds the Dance Mom world together. This is E6000. This is the best fabric glue there is. You can rhinestone with this. I have mended shoes, Josie's shoes with this. I think I even like put back together a headband that Josie had broken. I mean,
we've put Hallmark ornaments back together.
Hallmark ornaments have been put back together with this. I mean, I think if you don't have anything else in your dance bag, have some E6000. So, and I always keep a couple of toothpicks just in case. This I use to apply it to whatever fabric I'm using. So that's the tackle boxes. And now the last item is the makeup bag. Now, I've heard a lot of people complain about dance and pageants and stuff, saying, oh, you're tarting your children up, and they shouldn't be wearing makeup. Okay, first of all, Josie does not walk around in makeup 24/7.
Big Sis Lisa asked if you get that glue from a craft store.
You can get it from a craft store. They sell it at Walmart. They sell it at Michael's. They sell it at
Target.
They have it at Target, but you find it in the craft section. Okay, but I'm going to tell you, coming from a musical theater background, I know you when you're on stage with those bright lights, you have to have lots of makeup on, especially on your cheeks and on your eyes, because part of dance is being able to see the emotion on their face, their smiles, their, whatever they're trying to emote through the dances. And if you don't have any makeup on, you're going to be missing that because you're not going to be able to see it. So Josie does not walk around 24/7 in makeup.
It's Big Sis Lisa gets it. She says it's theatrical. You have to have makeup on for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to show you the items. There are some things that are required with her team, and then there's some things that are optional. I always have optional because that's just the kind of extra girl I am. So I'm going to show you.
Of course, it has a makeup mirror.
It does have, and I love that. I love that this bag has a makeup mirror. So what I will do is when I will actually usually put this in last after I pack up her costumes, and I'll take it like this. Oh, I'll get that in a moment, and then it will hang like that in the bag, and then when I'm done, boom. I must have not have zipped
Usually
this part.
stuff doesn't fall out like that.
No, because I usually zip it up, and I didn't this time. All right, so in the makeup bag, Josie, please stop making that noise. Thank you. I have these little cotton rounds, and I like using these to remove eye makeup because they're nice and soft. I think these are supposed to be for removing nail polish, but I like the fact that they're very, very soft so they don't scratch the eyes when you have the eye makeup remover on. Josie, I said please stop doing that. Thank you. So this is what I personally like to use. I remove my own eye makeup with this, so I use this. Josie, I'm telling you right now, stop doing that. Thank you. I have an eyelash curler. I've never really had to curl her lashes before, but I might use it this time to bind her false lashes and her real lashes together. I also have Q-tips in here too because you can never have enough. Okay. In this section here, these are her competition earrings. Like, I think all but like one of her dances this year, she has to be wearing the competition earrings.
And those are clip-on earrings.
These are clip-ons. I'm gonna see about maybe getting her ears pierced this summer. So, but
she wants to.
But we get these from our dance studio, like $5. I mean, they're not expensive, and somehow I wound up with an extra one. So if anyone is watching this from Barbie's and you're missing a clip-on
earring,
come see me because I don't know how I wound up.
We found it.
Yeah. Okay, so for makeup,
Big Sis Lisa says, "Wow, you're organized."
That's the administrative assistant in me. Okay, so for her foundation. I used to use the L'Oreal True Match, but I didn't like that it had a pump, and we had an incident one time where it got spilled right before when I was getting her ready for competition, and it was just a gigantic mess. So I actually decided to bite the bullet and use the same makeup that I use for myself. I just bought her own. It is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup, and she actually is in the exact same shade I am, 1.0.
Sawyer in the middle says, "Hey, how are you guys?"
Hi, Sawyer. How are you? We had to do a two-parter here because our feed got weird. But we're doing a What's in Josie's Dance Competition bag live stream, I guess you could say. So I have her foundation, and then I have some concealer. I use the same concealer as the Urban Decay Naked Skin. And she's also in the same shade that I am, Fair Neutral. I only really use this to brighten her under eyes. I do a little bit of highlighting, but actually what I'll do, and I'll show you this while I'm at, is I'll take the sponge right here. I'll make the sponge damp.
Sawyer says cool. He has a daughter that's in dance also.
Awesome. Well, check out part 1. I'm guessing it's posted now. I don't know.
I'm hoping so.
I really do because we worked kind of hard. We worked really hard on that part. I hate that the feed got cut out. But I'll use this sponge right here and I'll make it damp, and then I'll put the concealer under her eyes, and then I will like I've shown in my other live vlogs, and I will just pat it like this, and it just if she's got any like dark circles or anything, it just brightens up her under eye. So I'm going to set this over here since I already showed that. And then I use this primer to put on before I put her foundation on. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock, M-A-T-T-E, lock, matte lock. Nice. And the reason why I use a matte primer is because this is a natural foundation, so you can make it as luminous or as matte as you want it. And when you're on stage, you want a matte foundation. You don't, because if they're using a dewy foundation, it'll look like they're sweating on their face, and you don't want them to look like they're sweating. So a matte primer is probably the best to use for a foundation. So I'm going to stick this back in here. Okay. Well, then go lay down in your bed. Well, Josie, please let me finish. We're almost done.
We're almost done, baby girl.
Okay, so for her setting powder, I just went ahead and let her use my old Urban Decay Naked Light Ultra Definition Pressed Finishing Powder. So once I get her foundation and her concealer on, I just go ahead and make it as matte as possible. And so I use this.
So
powder.
Josie is 5.
She is 5. She's got competition in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
That's why I'm doing this. So what I'll do is I will use this big brush, and I will coat it in this in the powder, and then I will just go all over her face once I have her foundation and concealer on. So we can lock it down. So I'm going to put that over there. Then I use an eye primer on her. It just helps the eyeshadow go on easier. I use the NYX Proof It waterproof eyeshadow primer, and you know, when they're on stage, you want to use as many things that are waterproof as possible. So that, like when she was using mascara, you want to make sure it's waterproof because like if they cry, if they cry or they start sweating, you don't want mascara streaks on the face.
So Sawyer said that his dancer is 9, and they just did the Nutcracker for the holidays.
Oh, cool!
And he loved it.
Oh, cool! Oh, I love the Nutcracker. Actually, they had a Nutcracker on Netflix. It was one from the '90s with, of all people, Macaulay Culkin.
Interesting.
With the I think the New York City Ballet.
Interesting.
And Josie loved it. Oh my gosh. So like I said, this is a waterproof eyeshadow primer. It helps it stay on, and then like I said, it's waterproof. You don't want them sweating or crying their eyeshadow off. And then a couple items that are required for her competition. She has a required blush. It is the CoverGirl Cheekers in the color Rockin' Rose. And I'll open it up and I'll show it. And the thing about blush when you're putting blush on a dancer is if you think that you have too much blush on, put more blush on. Because you really want their cheeks to show, because, when they smile, you really want that facial expression to show. So I will use this brush. It's this tapered blush brush, and I will dip it in here, and I'll have her smile with her apples of her cheeks, and then I will just make her cheeks as rosy as possible. But this is a required blush and color for her competition team. And I'll put this over here. And then the required lipstick for her competition team is this Revlon Color Stay Overtime lip color in the color Stay Current. It's a very dark red. I wouldn't say it's brick red, but it's almost like a maroon color, because you want to be able to see their smiles, so they have to have a dark lip color. And this comes with and this stuff is more like a stain really than like your typical liquid lipstick like I normally use. And it's very drying, and you want to make sure that before they start moving their mouth around or put they have a little gloss here that helps it not be so dry on them. So that way they're not, going like this and their little lips aren't cracking. This helps with that. But you want to make sure before you put any gloss on it or before, they start talking with it, you want to make sure that this is dry on their lips. So normally what I'll do is I'll put it on Josie and then I'll go, just, kind of make her laugh a little bit, but it helps set it. So that is required. Okay, now this is new for Mommy this year. This is the first time that I have used fake lashes. I had my trial run with them earlier today. I actually put them on her for about an hour, and she actually did pretty well on them. So we use the Wispies for Ardell Professional, and I got a 5-pack with them, and it come with a pair of tweezers. But these just, make their eyes look really pretty on stage. And actually this worked much better than mascara because the mascara really makes her eyes water. And then I use this glue. It's the Duo brush on adhesive, lash adhesive. So when you open it, it actually has like a little fine point brush on it, and so you'll take your lashes and you'll brush it, and then you want to let them dry for about 10 seconds. You can blow on them, let it get kind of tacky, and then you put it like in the center like that. But this is my first year using fake lashes, so I hope that I don't I did a trial run today, let her wear them for about an hour. I did not glue her eyelids together, so I got that going for me. So that was kind of a shock when I found out we were using fake lashes this year for the minis. But like I said, it worked really well, and her eyes did not water. Normally with the mascara, her eyes water, and then if I don't catch it in time, she'll get like her eyes will run like down the tears will run down her cheek and cause a streak, and I've had that happen more than once. I do still have her mascara in here. I use the Hydrofuge Voluminous Carbon Black from L'Oreal.
Sorry, said it would be hard to dance if your eyes were glued shut.
Right. I wonder if you get extra points for overcoming adversity. But this is waterproof. Whatever you use, just make sure, if you have to use mascara, make sure it's waterproof. I do a highlight on her, on the tops of her cheek and on her nose, just to show a little bit of a sparkle. You can't use matte. You don't want to use a luminous foundation, but you can show a little bit of highlight. And for her, I use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder and Precious Petals. So that's what it looks like. And I'll just put it like right up here after I get her blush on. I'll put it like right at the top of her cheek. And then I'll put like a little tip on her nose, and then maybe a little bit like on her forehead. So her required eyeshadow is this quad from Revlon. It's the Revlon Color Stay in number 555 Moonlit. And I'll open it up and I'll show you what this looks like if I can get it open. There we go. So that's what the quad looks like. So how I apply it is, it's hard to tell, but this is a darker, but it's a shimmer shade. So I will put this on her lid, and then I'll take this kind of lighter sand color and I'll put it like in her outer V just to kind of define.
Have a great night, Sawyer. Thanks for joining.
Bye, Sawyer. Thank you for joining us. Josie, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. It will be soon.
I will call you. And then I'll use this to kind of define her outer V a little bit. And then I will use this dark color in her crease. I will use like a big, thick crease brush. And then I will use this white color right below her eyebrows and in the inner corner. And that will help blend out the harsh edges up here for the dark crease color. So, but this is required for her dance team. Okay, almost done. I do bronze her face a little bit just to give her face a little bit of definition. I don't go really heavy on the bronzer, but the what I use is the same that I use for me. It is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Every time you open it, you think you're at the beach. It smells so good. You smell it? Here, smell a vision.
Yep.
It smells like suntan lotion, doesn't it? Or coconut or something. But I just use this little brush right here, dip it in, and just like when you see me bronze my face in my little get ready with me videos. And then I have a translucent powder. I've been using the Pretty Vulgar, the Powder Room Matte About It number 145 translucent setting powder. This is mostly for her eyes, so that because that eyeshadow quad has a lot of fallout. So I will take this powder and I'll use this brush right here, and it also helps me define the shape of her eyeshadow. I will take it and I will put a bunch of powder like right here, like so. And then once I'm done with it, I will use that big brush and brush it away. And that way and that takes all the fallout away. I have micellar water from Garnier. This is also if I need to remove any makeup mistakes. This helps with that. It gets makeup off like that. And then I have makeup brushes. Foundation brush. I have several different types. I've got some. I'll show you her eyeshadow brushes right quick. These are eyeshadow brushes I use. If I do a how I do Josie's competition makeup video, I will go more in depth with that. And then I have a little fan brush I use to apply her little highlight. And that is what's in Josie's dance competition bag.
That was an hour worth of stuff.
Well, there's a lot to it. There's a lot that goes into being a dance mom, and a lot goes into getting your dancer ready. But at the end of the day, when they are on stage and looking beautiful and they're dancing their little hearts out, that to me makes it worth it. That, you know. And Josie, like I said, she loves to dance, and we love watching her dance, and I love doing this with her. So, I just always like to my personality is I always like to be prepared. So I literally have everything. But if you see anything,
Big Sis Lisa said, that's a lot of stuff. It's got to be a heavy bag. I can attest to that. It's very heavy.
It is heavy. Well, I think most of the weight actually is from that stool that's in there.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you see something that you didn't see in here, you think that I should have in my dance bag, once you've watched this second video, please comment below and let me know what you think I should have. If you have any questions, if you would like to see other dance-related videos, like a makeup tutorial on how I do her makeup, I'd be glad to do that, or show how I pack her dance bag. We are not going to be able to vlog the competition because they do not allow pictures or video for the safety. I will take pictures after the competition or them in their costume, but I can't take any pictures on stage. So I think that's it.
All right.
Josie, come over here and let's help me say goodbye.
Come on over here. Come over here with mommy.
You gotta come
on over here with mommy.
Well, you gotta come over here with me and do it, so you can be seen on camera. Silly, you're tired. I can tell. I love you.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Big Sis Lisa said she'd love to see Josie's makeup routine.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Josie, are you excited for competition? Yeah, you're gonna rock that stage, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to do this.
Okay, so we're gonna sign. Well, as we always like to end our videos with, how do we end our videos?
Big Sis Lisa says, bye, Miss Josie.
Love, peace, walk, and a little poopy dust.
Really?
Poopy dust, really? And some rhinestones.
And the poopy rhinestones.
We're at the age where poopy is funny, you guys.
All right.
Two poopy, pretty poopy.
Okay, this
That's
is
enough.
dissolved. This is dissolved into
Into poopy talk.
into poopy talk. All right. Mwah. Bye, guys. Well, what will we do?
Well, poopy in a
No,
soon.
no, we will.
Well, we might.
We might. We did have Chinese tonight. So we'll see you real soon.
Big sis Lisa said
No
poopy
good.
dust.
Poopy dust.